Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. It's refreshing to see more LGBTQ plus stories on screen. They don't all have to be coming out stories or even rom-coms. The new film Our Son tackles the downfall of a marriage and the eventual divorce between two dads. It's now playing in select theaters and is available on demand platforms, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Billy Porter and Luke Evans star as married couple Gabriel and Nick. They've been together for 13 years and have a young son, Owen, through surrogacy. Gabriel is a former actor and stay-at-home dad, while Nick works for a publishing company. And after years of being unhappy, Gabriel admits to having feelings for someone else and asks for a divorce. It seems like Nick isn't completely blindsided, but is then forced to understand that it's too late to fix things, as therapy hasn't worked in the past. Gabriel believes that the only healthy thing for their son is divorce. The film also stars Robin Weigert, Andrew Rannells, Kate Burton, and Felicia Rashad. Our Son is from director Bill Oliver, who co-wrote the film with Peter Nikowitz. Now, it's easy to make some updated Kramer versus Kramer comparisons with Our Son and that fight for custody at the center of some divorces. Bill Oliver keeps this story in the present for what is transpiring in this family. Now, when the film opens, you can see right away the disconnect between Gabriel and Nick after Nick arrives late for one of Owen's school projects. Gabriel asks for the divorce very early on, but we're not given the usual exposition or the flashbacks that lead into the why. That all just gets explored in the dialogue between the two of them, within their friend group, and their meetings with their lawyers. Our Son sits in this kind of middle transition period for both dads, navigating this messy situation. What I appreciate about the script is that it doesn't ask us to pick sides for one dad over another. It reminds the audience that gay relationships and marriage can be just as complicated as typical straight relationships that are showcased on screen. There are similarities that any married couple goes through, while it's also showing the unique expectations that come with same-sex relationships and marriage. There's ample screen time for both Gabriel and Nick to wrestle with their current reality, and the film allows each of them to be heard and understood for their choices. The emotional journey allows the bitterness, the frustration, the anger to be felt. But as a director, I think that Bill Oliver never allows us to be overly melodramatic with blown-out, rage-fueled fights. And Luke Evans and Billy Porter are keen to keep this as grounded as possible, allowing their explosive moments to land at just the correct time. Both give terrific performances, and it's really great having out gay men playing these two lead characters. They're aided by a really strong supporting cast too, with Robin Weigert knowing just the proper tone as Nick's lawyer. And then Felicia Rashad makes the most out of her one scene as Gabriel's mother. The supporting characters are really key, and their relationships to Nick and Gabriel are really keen at providing this film their reality check for both of them when either of them gets too, I think, stuck in their own tunnel vision of what each of them are going through. By the end of Our Son, the film is left asking what it means to be a good father, and it's more than just one thing, with both Gabriel and Nick being good fathers. It's a sad movie, but one that felt very real and resonant with the dialogue and the desperate acts that we sometimes make in win or lose situations. I'm giving Our Son 3.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have some other movie reviews, and I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment on social media at Paul's Movie Trip on social or on YouTube. What have been some of your favorite movies this year? I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment. Paul's Trip to the Movies is brought to you by Imagine Theaters. Go see Our Son in theaters. I'd love for this movie to get that support. If you don't have a chance to, if it's not playing near you, go see movies like The Holdovers, Saltburn, The Color Purple, Wonka. There's some really great movies playing in theaters, and tickets are on sale for my movie series, Paul McGuire Grimes Presents. Coming up December 17th, we're going to close out the year with the Judy Garland classic, Meet Me in St. Louis. And then we're going to carry this into the new year. Coming up January 28th, it's All the President's Men. February is Dr. Strangelove. And then in March, it's Good Will Hunting. Follow them on social media at ImagineMN to see what's playing. Get tickets today, and I do a discussion after every one of my screenings, so get tickets. Let's talk about what makes these movies so great back on the big screen. Thank you so much for watching my review of Our Son. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.